Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft from the Mindcrack vanilla server, and I've made a little bit more progress. I've got my dispensers hooked up to a little redstone system here on both sides, and I'm working on getting it connected. Now right now I don't know exactly where I should put the button, but I'm thinking I want the button to be like hidden but not exactly like off the path completely, but it can't really be by the door because it would screw up water flow. I think what I've just done, and I'll go through it with you in a minute if it works. Let's see. Because I need to make two buttons for this, actually. One when you're outside and one when you're inside this particular domicile. So if I put the button here... Good, I heard the click. So that's actually going to work. And it's hidden. Like, it's really hard to see. So it kind of keeps that part of the illusion alive. And if I now cover this back up... Hey, just like that. So you can't really see it. I didn't change the terraforming or anything like that. We're going to see how this ends up working and then close this door off. So we got the one side done. Let's get the other side done. This one is going to be, I can't say trickier, but I'm going to have it work on this side somewhere. Let me see how I would do this. If I were to have this all covered up like I plan, this is going to be closed. That's going to be closed. Wait. We don't need to close that all the way, but I can close this. Oh, this might actually be good. I thought I was going to actually have an exposed piece of redstone. I don't think that I will. I have to have the ceiling like that. And... two separating here. Oh, I will. This piece of redstone right here is going to be, unless I wanted to make it a really short entrance, which I could do, just have the entrance itself be just too high. We'll take a look at both ways. But so I don't want to cover it up completely because I want to remember exactly where it's at. But if we go like this here, the front of this, actually that doesn't need to come all the way down. Can make it look a little bit more natural by, yeah, leaving it just like that. So, anyways, I would cover this and this. I'm going to leave it exposed right there because I want to be able to see it, but hopefully this will keep water out just in case. And I need to run a button from... I can't do it on one of these pillars because that would only trigger one of these. I need to be back farther in the base so that it could trigger everything. So, what I want to do is... I mean, my bed and stuff can move. That's not a big deal. Let's get it out of the way now, actually, and just not die. I'll put it back here for now. Yeah, this stuff is all a work in progress, so none of this stuff is going to exactly stay inside. I just got to be really careful when I dig because I don't want to dig into the ceiling. In places where there's water coming down, or it would screw up the entire water flow pattern. But if I were to make it so that I come in, and the button to close things off, again, is, say, back here on the wall. I'm going to put it on an obvious spot on the wall since it's internal. I got the button sitting down here right now. So if I were to just put it, like, right here, you can obviously see that it's there. From behind the button... make sure that this thing actually... Oops. Okay, that works. It needs to wrap around. Actually, I might need to dig it back a little bit first just because sandstone breaks so easily with this. Down there. I needed to be able to reach all the way over to there. This should be okay. Boom. Actually, right here. There we go. If I were to do that, that should connect this thing up. In theory, I should now have buttons to start and stop this entire process. So let's see how it works, and let's hope that no water comes rushing in here and breaks all my redstone while I'm doing this testing. Get out of there. So let me refill up my dispensers. I took the water buckets out of the dispenser because I didn't want it triggering when I had the floor open. So if I put my water bucket back in here, my water bucket back in here. Let's take a look at first just to make sure that this actually turns it on and off from outside. Both sides, right? Nope, just one side. Why did it only trigger one side? Now if I hit it, it's gonna probably change. Nope, it's just triggering one side. For some odd reason. Let me go take a look. Down at my wiring. If I trigger this one, that only triggers this side. So I had tested this, and if I swapped the input of these with, I used a button, and I thought that this worked. It should have cycled both of these triggers. Well, now they're both actually running. That's really weird. Why? If I hit this button again right on the front of this, does it turn them both off? Or does it do absolutely nothing? It does absolutely nothing. Okay. It looks like... Oh, you know what? It is swapping them. That one's empty right now, and this one is full right now. So... I think it's just actually working as a... And even though it doesn't look like it's any different from this side, I bet you right now this one is a source block and this one's back sucked up in the dispenser, and it's just getting the connection between the two. Yeah, it is. So for some reason that's just making them swap opposite, which is fine. I can actually fix that. The easiest way to fix that, is if I pick up the bucket again, pick up the water, and then put the full bucket back in here. I think now they're on a cycle, because it's weird because they technically are working off of two different button presses. So that actually should have both of these running and have both of them off. So that's an easy fix. It didn't. Oh, there it goes. Okay, it just took some time. So that works, but for some odd reason, using the wall button is only triggering one side at a time. Now, why would that be? When I hit this... Oh, because I'm powering the block. It's not giving me an update. Okay, I think I can fix this with... Shoot, it just triggered all that. Is that going to set that side one off? I might just need to run another. Yeah, so that would actually work. The problem is now it won't take an input. I would have to wrap this redstone around for us to be an input from the other side, because I would have to change this side as well, because if I trigger this one, it's not going to do any switching to this block. Correct? Yeah, we'll switch that block not at all. It actually won't even switch this block at all anymore. Because it's already getting a signal? Interesting. I thought this was going to work in that relatively simplistic fashion, but I was wrong because I was testing with button presses in a way I didn't want to test with. So I do need this thing to kind of run Let me think about this for a minute, guys. So I thought I had this figured out. I essentially split the signal from each side. So if it comes down here, it'll trigger this and then go around the back as well. And also trigger this block over here on this side. The same with this one. It'll come back around. It'll trigger you. It'll trigger you here, trigger you here. But I'll show you what happens, and I think I know how to fix it. The way I have it set up now, if I hit the button. Beautiful! It works! They both trigger. You can see the signals go through. But when I hit the button again, nothing happens. The reason why is because I've got this caught in a loop of redstone. So once you turn it on, like, the signal is refreshed forever. So I think, so when I go through and break that redstone to do it again, I can go through and turn the water supply off. And they both triggered again, and the water will eventually go away. It takes a little bit of time for the water to update, but the water will go away. There it goes. Bloop. I really want to put a block right here, but I think that's going to screw it up. I need to get this moved over some, because I want to put a block back right here to make it look even on the sides. But, so it's gone now, but again, we're stuck in an endless refresh cycle. So I think what I need to do to fix that is move... Oh, I can't do that because I need that to trigger there. But I still need this signal to come on through without reconnecting to this. And if I do, I can't do that because that won't trigger this block. I don't believe that'll trigger that block. I think it needs to actually point into it. So I kind of need to do a little loop-de-loop. And this is the dumbest reason to not want to do this. That's all the redstone I have. But I do have a redstone repeater. Hold on. I might be able to do it like this. This might actually function. And the reason I need this repeater here is because I don't want the signals to connect there as well. I actually probably could get rid of that repeater. I could get rid of a lot of these repeaters. I amazingly have more repeaters at my disposal than I do redstone. But let's see. Okay, that worked. And let's see if I hit it again. That worked. Oh my god. So inside my base, I now have functional buttons. Let me see about these outside buttons. I'm almost out of food. I'm going to have to start gnawing on some zombie flesh and spider eyes because I don't have anything else cooked. I need to go to the village where I had a lot of stuff cooking. So let's see. Everything's off. One button press. Things worked fine. Yes! Oh, yes! This is going to be amazing. So, let's turn this thing on, and if I sit over here, you know, from anywhere, from a distance, I can look at this thing and be like, hey, look at that pretty waterfall. Huh. Obviously nothing to see here because of this very, very, very masked and hidden button. But then I can hit it, come on out here, and be like, and my entrance. Come back in, close it off to the real world so nobody sees what's going on in here. I can just look out at everybody else and be like, It's unfortunate that it has to be only 2 wide, but I like it. Now let's take a look at this from the top. I want to give you guys all angles of this thing because it is definitely not perfect. I don't like the way that some of it looks from the top, and maybe you guys can... Wow. Yeah, because from the top, you can obviously see there's a lot more going on down there. And, oh, crap. And I don't quite know how to fix that and make that look any better. Because I can't put anything over top of those dispensers. I can't put anything right in those spots where there's no water at right now. But... you know, it's pretty cool. It's pretty functional. I wish I just knew what to do with it from the top perspective, because I want you to come over here and just like overlooking this lagoon and be like, what a beautiful lagoon. What a beautiful waterfall. And not be like, why is there garbage in that waterfall? But functionally, it works. I just don't know what to do to make it look a little bit more discreet. So if you guys have any suggestions or ideas for what I could do to make this thing look a little bit more discreet, I would love to see them. I would completely tear this whole thing down if given a better way to do this. This was just my first run at it. I was kind of having fun playing around with redstone and water mechanics and trying to see what I could come up with, and this is what I came up with. So folks, thanks for watching. Really appreciate all the support you guys give me, and I will see you in the next episode.